Tonight on Showbox, the new generation, we come to you from a tropical paradise. This is St. Lucia, a windward island in the Eastern Caribbean on the boundary of the Atlantic Ocean. Mountains, rainforests, white sand beaches are the attractions by day. And on this night, fight fans have gathered here at the Beausejour Cricket Ground, home of the West Indies Cricket Club. It's the first ever pro boxing on St. Lucia, the first nationally televised sporting event ever other than cricket. It's a delightful 79 degrees. We had showers earlier, cool island breeze now of 15 miles an hour, and we are ready for a boxing doubleheader on Showtime. Hi again, everybody. I'm Nick Charles. Happy to be coming to you from this spectacular setting for Showbox. We're especially excited because our first fight on this two-fight card features the Showbox debut of Andre Ward, the only American fighter in 11 years to win an Olympic gold medal. You'll see him in action in just a few moments against another unbeaten American, Roger Cantrell. And a 2004 Olympic gold medalist Andre Ward faces Roger Cantrell in a battle of unbeatens scheduled for 10 rounds. We're at the Beausejour Cricket Club, outside, outdoors, skies have cleared, beautiful night here in the Caribbean as we look at Andre Ward in the ring, most decorated U.S. amateur fighter of the decade, two-time national amateur champion who capped off his career by winning a gold medal at the 2004 Olympics at 178 pounds. Ward turned pro 3 years ago, has settled in as a super middle and been brought along slowly. He's got excellent hand speed, good jab, solid right hand, quick left hook. Moves well, uses the ring, and has obvious class. Ward's never been past 6 rounds, though. He stopped the 3 opponents he's faced this year inside the distance, including a 3rd-round TKO in his last fight in July. Olympic gold medalist Andre Ward, 13-0, 8 KOs. Steve, take us behind the numbers.
Well, Nick, minus 10. For now, Ward's comfortable at 168 pounds or super middleweight. That makes the fact that he won the gold medal at 178 pounds even more impressive. Facing winners, Ward's faced only 1 fighter so far with a losing record. His toughest test to date, a pair of showboxers, Darnell Boone and Francisco Diaz. And catching up, Ward's biggest problem, inactivity. Only 3 fights in 06, only 3 fights so far this year. But he's only 23, so time is not of the essence.
Well, 21-year-old Roger Cantrell started boxing at 10, won 74 of 78 amateur fights, lost to Vanis Martirosyan in the U.S. National Championships, turned pro the next year when he was 18. He's fought his entire career in the same building, Emerald Queen Casino, Tacoma, Washington area where he lives. Cantrell trained for this fight, though, in Las Vegas, and said his first camp away from home was invaluable preparation. He's a fighter who's gotten it done from outside, but told us he's changing style for this fight and plans to put intelligent pressure on Ward. Cantrell scored a 4th-round stoppage in his last fight 5 months ago that boosted his record to 12-0 with 8 knockouts. What's behind those numbers, Steve?
Well, for Cantrell, 6 quickies. He's fought only 34 rounds as a pro, and that's because 6 of his bouts have been first-round blowouts. The combined record of those 6 victims, only 7 and 9. Can of corn. Cantrell's making a humongous jump up in class. The only familiar name on his record is that of veteran trial horse J.J. Korn, who was 47, 17, and 2 when Cantrell stopped him in 4. And Southern exposure. As Nick mentioned, all 12 of Cantrell's fights have been in Tacoma. No home cooking this time, though. Ward, on the other hand, has fought northeast, south, and west.
Andre Ward, the only American fighter to win Olympic gold since 1996, puts his perfect professional record on the line against unbeaten and upset-minded Roger Cantrell. Let's go now to ring announcer Jimmy Lennon Jr. for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you and welcome to the Beausejour Cricket Grounds in Gros Islet in the beautiful Caribbean island of St. Lucia. Simply beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a big night of action coming your way. It's ShoBox, the new generation, and it's all brought to you by Goose and Tudor Promotions and the government of St. Lucia under the direction of Prime Minister, the Honorable Stephenson King, in association with Reebok, American Airlines, and Showtime. This bout coming away, ladies and gentlemen, is also brought to you in conjunction with Brian Hallquist Promotions and sanctioned by Milox Band of Ojibwe Indians, Department of Athletic Regulation, the Executive Directors Anibal Miramontes. Introducing to you our three judges scoring this bout from ringside, Roberto Ramirez, Cesar Ramos, and Nelson Vasquez. And our referee in charge of this bout, Jose Rivera. All right, fans, here we go. Super middleweights in the ring. 10 rounds of boxing scheduled. Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trunks with red trim. He weighed in at 166 1/2 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign in the ring with a record of 12 wins, no losses, 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Hailing from Seattle, Washington in the United States, please welcome the undefeated Roger Cantrell. And his opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the red corner in this 10-round featured attraction, wearing white trunks with black trim. He weighed in at 167 pounds. He also is undefeated in his campaign in the ring with a record of 13 wins, no losses, 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2004 Olympic gold medalist from Oakland, California, the undefeated Andre S.O.G. Ward. Once again, a referee in charge, Luis Rivera, now to give instructions, 10 rounds of boxing schedule.
I gave the instruction about this line is illegal. Good luck y gana el mejor. Good luck.
You see the numbers, these super middleweights almost identical in dimensions. It's hard to believe that Ward won the gold at 178 because as a pro he's fought as light as 160.
And here, the first ever fight in St. Lucia will go by the ABC rules of boxing. As you see them there, our referee, Jose Luis Rivera, ready for this spectacular first here in St. Lucia. ShoBox comes to the Caribbean. Andre Ward, the Olympian, white with the black trim, and pure white is Roger Cantrell. Both unbeaten, but there's no doubt about it. The class belongs to Ward. Ward with a big stare down before they started, and he comes banging with a hook, trying to back up Cantrell and make him think twice about moving in.
Very important, Nick, for Cantrell to get off to a good start. He also knows he can't outbox Ward. He's got to back him up. He's got to hurt him.
Ward's fast hands coming into play as Cantrell gets clipped on that exchange. And Steve, from earlier films, and he said he fought terribly on television before, but Cantrell's chin was in the air and he was arm punching to me.
I saw the same thing on film, Nick. He's going to have to raise his game just to compete with Ward. And Ward, for a split second there a few seconds ago, went southpaw. He will do that.
Yeah, he's ambidextrous. There, Ward knows his way around the ring, probing to the body there with the jab. Watch his hands fly. He really has all the punches. Now they jab together. It's important for Cantrell to at least jab with Ward, maybe punch in between here instead of waiting. But it's Cantrell in pure white on the right trying to run down Andre Ward, who clinches now off the ropes.
Okay, step back, come on.
As pros, Ward more rounds than Cantrell, even though he hasn't been that active since turning pro after the gold medal.
Now at least Cantrell tries a jab.
And you see the amateur experience. Cantrell, pretty good amateur background as well, lost in the U.S. National. Not a gold medal winner, though.
Left hook there from Ward landed, and now Cantrell woke him up a little bit. He came fighting back, but hit nothing but air. So Cantrell cannot get into this fight right now. He has tried some jabs. He's short with the shots there, and he gets clipped. gets hit again from Ward, who is selecting his shots nicely.
Oh, he sure is. He's zeroing in. Cantrell already marked under the right eye, Nick. And what Ward's doing is very simple. He's making Cantrell's aggressiveness work for Ward.
Right, he's really controlling distance to take that little half step back. We've seen him run Cantrell into shots a couple of times, and Cantrell's just not loose. He's very tight, Steve. Huge step up. We can't say it enough. He fights your whole career in one building. Now you're taking on a gold medalist. There's that cut. You see the swelling, a little bit of blood under the right eye of Roger Cantrell, but under, we should say. There's Ward connecting on the second shot.
Come on.
Ward really hasn't let his hands go to a great extent, but he could fire combinations.
No. Okay. Take the heck. Okay, come on.
Some of the mistakes that they've worked on, Virgil Hunter from Ward as he polishes himself as a pro, not to leap in as much with that hook, Steve.
Exactly, and leaping in is exactly what Cantrell's doing when he punches. He's tight, as you said, Nick, and that's a sign of a tight fighter when you leap in with your shots.
Boy, walking right into shots, and Cantrell's angry, but he just can't connect. As we close out.